I'm just so happy to hear someone like doing fine, feeling energized, doing a workout and exercise. I can't even go to the out of the bed and brush my teeth. I've been feeling kind of down for like a while. And I think the thing that I did wrong is that I isolated myself from my friends because I needed some peace and quiet time. But as a result of that, like I lost all of them all of a sudden, and I feel weird to like just trying to reconnect with them. You know, I feel like most of them didn't like the fact that because I've always been a normal person. Like I would go get up of the bed and do some workout, run or something. It's just a lot of things that accumulated during this period of lockdown and quarantine. I lost my job as a result. Um, a loved one got the filthy virus, died.
Wow.
And um, and it's just I think I've always had a kind of introverted side of my personality, and it just got amplified during this lockdown. And I felt so anxious to do anything online and socialize, and I think that's the mistake of
If you
yeah.
had energy, what would you do? What would you like? That would make you happy.
Find joy doing it now. I don't actually find joy doing anything, which is bad. That's like the one of the symptoms that music. I like producing music.
You're mixing tracks, like
Yeah,
you're.
sampling tracks, just making stuff out like from scratch,
Oh,
getting loops, melodies, and just get them together. And yeah,
that there is healthy anxiety and there's excessive anxiety. Excessive anxiety is this idea of massive vulnerability and no sense of control of the outside world or inside, more important.
I think that's what I'm feeling like right now, which is truly bad. Like
Yeah.
I've never like I've always read about people getting depressed, and I think that most of them have some past trauma or something. But for me, it's like it's different. I've always been a normal individual. Going to parties, meeting people, socializing. I think I've had like a slight degree of social anxiety, but it was not bad. It was not excessive. I would connect sometimes, but then sometimes it would hit me and it would decide not to go out or something. But now it got amplified and just made me isolate myself more, just to like find that energy. But now I think I've lost everything.
How do you get back control? Because coronavirus, all these things we don't have control. But the worst part is our internal locus of control is not working. So he was saying is what you're doing beautifully, and I'm so proud of you for this.
Mhm,
You crush anxiety, excessive anxiety through connection. And excessive
mhm,
anxiety cannot survive if we work in some way to open and connect with others. Because excessive anxiety relies on being by yourself and feeling the pain and being in a corner. And when you put the light of other people, any kind of people, on it, it
mhm.
starts to, like a cockroach, start to scare it away. And he said that's the first. And the
Yeah.
second step is he said get the facts. Like, do your friends actually find you? Oh my God, he's so annoying. He cut us out. Screw him. Do they actually think that?
I think I just overthought that because like some of them reached out to me. They said we can help you with whatever you need, and they just sent me music, and I felt like I got to be honest, I got a little bit paranoid because I thought that the word got spread out that I got in this situation, depressive situation,
Yeah.
which is unusual for me. Like I've never been in this situation.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I think this is a negative thinking that came out of me. I thought that like pitying me, they just some of them reached out and the rest they didn't, which I felt bad about because I've always been like interactive with them or send them messages, but now they don't ask.
Yeah.
That's how I felt because I didn't know what was going on really in my life, and I
Yeah.
didn't share like what's really going on. So they think that I'm just getting depressed for no reason. Like I'm just taking over depression, which is not for me. They just thought that I should not be in that. I should not be depressive because I have everything I need. You know,
Yeah.
um, but I couldn't help. And I couldn't share what's really going on. All
Yeah.
these things that accumulated. One of them is losing out my job, and one of them is ending a relationship and some deep connection, like deep problems with my parents. All of them accumulated and made me isolate myself.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
pleasure. And
and
you're so smart already to have
um,
figured out that some of the people reaching out to you, it's hard for them to know if you don't say it, right?
yeah, yeah, true. Yeah,
Carrying that shame. So here's the thing, like it's a superpower. You feel a lot as an introvert, right? Like you watch the world and you feel a lot. Am I wrong or am I right about that?
you're definitely right. Like you
And
just
so that's
described
why
it well.
art and music and you're so expressive. It is your superpower and it's a double-edged sword. So here's the thing. Would you ever shame a child, a 12-year-old child who's feeling lost, disconnected because maybe he's not happy at school and his family is fighting and he's just in his room and wants to get out of bed? Would you shame that child for feeling sad and anxious?
No, never. I would definitely support him all the way.
So give yourself that parenting right now. Be gentle on yourself.
Hmm.
There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with this. And it doesn't matter if you had a bad childhood and that's why you're sad or anxious or depressed, or it just came up. Makes no difference. You're a sensitive soul who cares about people. And there are people already reaching out to you. And the biggest courage it takes
Yeah.
to crush and drown slowly that excessive anxiety is to put the light as comfortable as you can be on it and learn that all they're going to do is going to give you
Hmm.
hugs, not pity, hugs and care. And as you do,
Yeah.
then you get to climb out. You can't do
I
anything
really
alone, brother.
appreciate words, man. My whole life, throughout my whole life, I've never had any suicidal thoughts until recently. Like it crosses my mind 3 times a day. Like recently, it's just been eating me. I've never thought that one day I would contemplate suicide. So, you um, I think I'm not even American, by the way. I'm from a different country. But yeah, it never crossed my mind that I would think of suicide. I'm just a miserable piece of shit. I don't, these kind of negative thoughts that cross my mind, I felt like a victim because I would never think that way. Just my friends, and I didn't want to lose them, and now I think I've lost them all. And my relationship with my family is getting complicated. So I think I'm even gonna lose my family at some point. So I have no reason to like live. Thought like I would go on Omegle and find someone to talk to about this.
Yeah. Dude, if I
Mhm.
this is the beautiful thing. Like as you're talking, it gives you a sense of release and hope, right?
Yeah, true.
It sounds like
Yeah.
there's a few that care about
Mhm.
you. No?
Yeah. But because they're quite extroverted, like very much.
Okay?
But I just wanted some like peace and quiet time to like heal
Yeah.
because I was going through a lot. But my friends are not accustomed to seeing me in that situation. In the first days, they tried to help, and I just didn't articulate any of my problems. But then they just, everyone is isolating,
Yep.
so I don't think it's a good idea to self isolate on top of that isolation. You need to be more connected, right? And that's, I think, the mistake that I've done. I didn't connect more with friends, and I think I'm losing them on the wall.
Hey, listen, you know what? That doctor said something amazing yesterday. He said the phrase that they thought of, self isolation, he said that's the biggest mistake. He said what they should have called it was physical isolation. Because you're
Yeah,
right, you're so smart. We need now connection more than ever. And we
yeah,
keep saying we got to self isolate. And then you're going through all these feelings and you're like, but I'm so lonely and it hurts. And I've never thought about suicide, but now I'm thinking about it.
yeah,
What is going on? And it's scary.
yeah,
And so, anxiety, excessive anxiety, fear, pain, losing a loved one, any country, any part of the world, nobody's untouched from that. So first,
yeah.
I want you to know that you do belong, Jim. You belong. You belong in all of our lives, and you get to pick whose life you want to be a part of.
Mhm.
So as you gently, brother, gently release the guilt that you cut them off and it's your fault and you don't deserve it, because the right people are reaching back, and it doesn't matter how they hurt. You're, you want to
Mhm.
focus more on I need to fill my cup, and these people, they're like, oh my God, he didn't tell us, but now we heard. We got to be there for him. Isn't that beautiful? Don't push yourself down. Like, don't just because, especially with introverts, you
Yeah,
need time to decompress. There's nothing wrong with that. The way I recharge is around other people. You
yeah,
recharge by doing a hobby like mixing music and whatever, and that's how you recharge.
yeah.
Fine.
I find joy just sitting down and listening to the music that I like. It
Yeah,
just gives me energy. But recently, it feels different in my ears.
I
I don't know
know,
why.
because you've cut off all connection. You need some.
Yeah,
Everybody does. Maybe not
yeah,
as much as me, but everybody needs it. And so now you're here, you're talking to me. Thing you can do today or this week that can make you feel a little more happy and a little less lonely.
I don't know. It would be music, I guess. Music and sharing that with other people. And the only thing that I think would make me happy is just
Beautiful.
gaining back those friends that I think I lost.
They're
I mean,
waiting.
the ones I'm sharing the same room with, I've projected some really bad um, and negative thoughts and behaviors
Yeah.
that doesn't reflect my real personality. And when they see that, they just make fun of it and probably share it with other friends. That would generate some hate, I guess. I'm just me, but I think it would do generate some hate. And that's why I got in this dark state of mind, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
But they don't know, right? They don't know. They don't know the actual, like, you have an iceberg. They just see the tip. And there's this massive iceberg of also love and care and creativity and passion. But it's being weighed down heavier and deeper under the water because you're going through this. Like
yeah,
most people are right now. And that's okay. So
yeah.
beautiful. You want to share the gift of your music.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I hope I give that energy to him to just get up of bed, make some breakfast, take care of my health, not smoke too much, and just do it, and reach out to my friends, and everything gets back to normal. That's what I'm hoping for.
Start there. Don't worry about the cigarettes. Don't worry about the breakfast. Start whatever a baby step is for you. Reaching out, definitely what you did with me was amazing. If you can reach out to someone today, this week, right? Gently, but do it. You're gonna put that light on that cockroach that we all have inside us when we're isolated. Yeah. There's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with you. You're going through massive setbacks, and this is grieving. You
Hmm.
were grieving. That's fine. We all grieve. Okay, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Happy
And I hope,
Saturday.
yeah, happy Sunday, man. You have a nice day.
Oh, it is Sunday. Oh, it's Sunday for you. Oh, okay. It's Saturday for me.
No, wait,
Okay.
wait, wait, wait. It's Saturday. Wait,
Oh, it is
it's
Saturday.
Saturday.
It's Saturday. It's
Like, I
8:24
don't
a.m.
even know the days now. Days go past like
That's
fast. I
very
don't even know
normal.
which day. Yeah. Yeah. Have a nice day and take care.
You too,
Thanks a
bud.
lot, man, for your
My
words.
pleasure.
Bye bye.